Amazing fantasy. We all gotta start somewhere. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. This is the first appearance. This literally could have never happened. Imagine that Amazing Fantasy was going out. And imagine nobody picked it up because they knew that it was the end. What's the point, right? And imagine that nobody read that Spider-Man. Imagine that they did read it, but the wrong people read it, and it just did not take hold. That's the end. And then the only Spider-Man there ever would have been this. Is that so hard to believe? That just by chance, this never happens. I know it seems kind of crazy, like if Superman never happened. You feel like there's something here that captures something in the public that makes everybody stop and pay attention. Everybody knows Spider-Man. But think of how many times books were ending and they'd throw something in there. Fill the space. Think about things like Strange Tales, Savage Tales, Detective Comics. How many one-off little stories would show up? And sure, maybe they'd be good. But if the right audience didn't read it, if the general people that it was meant to grab attention didn't read it, that's the end. It's over. You don't see it again. How many different Marvel properties never happened because they were in an annual as let's see how this goes, or in a special, or in the last issue, or in the first issue, and just never took off? That's this. Amazing Fantasy. First appearance. This was the roll of the dice. One could argue this is the most important Spider-Man to ever have in your entire collection. Sound a little far-fetched? He's the first. He's what starts it all. He's the roll of the dice. The chance that we took. I say we, you get the idea. If it didn't work, that's the end. It's crazy when I think about it. But this didn't start out, hey, check out our newest comic book character, Spider-Man. That's not the way it worked. This was a different book. It's not his book. Yes, he worked out very well and they hit the ground running and they ran with it. But it could have easily not happened. In a way, that makes him an absolute in anybody's collection. The quintessential beginning, the first appearance Spider-Man. That's kind of amazing. Sorry. And it's right there. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing how well it's done. Let's open him. There he is. Amazing Fantasy. And, for what it's worth, it's kind of amazing. Like, it's what I need him to be. It's what I want him to be. Small problem. As far as I could tell, the spider is correct. The overall look and design of him is correct. We do have web wings. They come with him. And there's a couple different flaps of web wings. So you can create whatever design you're going for. The hole in the arm is not that terrible. It's right there. It could be way worse. I've seen way worse. For what it's worth, he's pinless. He has the lower ab crunch, which is fantastic. He has the upper movement, which is fantastic. Otherwise, his entire range of movement is very much top scale Marvel Legends, is what I'm going to call it. He has the red tick. Here's my problem with that. In the original book, as far as I am remembering, in all the reprints and everything that I've ever seen, that I've ever got to read, the tick on his back is a bluish color. It's not red. Red was later. If this is Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, he should not have this red one. He should have this blue one. Now, at the exact same time, early Spider-Man comics often would depict the eyes here on the mask as having this little dot right here, like a little hole in the lens for him to see. I don't want that there, so I mean, I guess I don't want it to be perfect, but there was something about the idea of having the blue tick that really would have sold this. This is not Amazing Fantasy. It's more like Spider-Man. Like the start, like Spider-Man, the first couple issues of Spider-Man. I'm almost positive that that is supposed to be blue. I'm almost 100% sure of it. And maybe there's another variant of this guy that has the blue tick. And now I'm starting to wonder if the one on the card back has the blue tick. And if that's true, then this is the one I've got. I am not going to spend another $40 to get the one with the blue tick. I'm just going to say that, hey, I was given the choice between the card back and the box. I went with the box because it just felt more Marvel Legends to me, and also because I'm not an inbox collector. I'm an opener, so losing this box meant nothing to me, and I just thought it would look better for my videos. There it is. There's Amazing Fantasy. This is exactly what it is. It's supposed to be Amazing Fantasy. That tells us, just like this box tells us what we're about to get. This is the Japanese Spider-Man. That's Amazing Fantasy. That was my idea here. There was no second guessing as to which one I got. It wasn't like a paperback or a retro card back that just happened to have this Spider-Man in it that was a Target exclusive or whatever, that then I was supposed to go, I'm pretty sure this is Amazing Fantasy, because on that card back I don't think it says. So that was my debate that led to me buying this one. I guess that's fine for what it is. So let me... Okay. Put the web wing on. We just... Looks like you line this up, you put this in there. I think this is the way this goes. Oh my. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe this goes this way, like this. Are we doing like this? Maybe that's what the deal is. Maybe it goes in like this. I don't like these things. So It's not like I'm going to use them. Yeah, okay. So there it is, I guess. Kind of like this. We're supposed to get like a deal like that. I really don't like the web wings. If we're going to do web wings, I'd rather we do almost something like Storm did, where it's like a little clip or something. I don't know. Maybe there's no good way to do the web wings, or if there hasn't really been a figure yet that's done it that makes me feel like, hey, this works. It doesn't work for me. The web wings thing is not a thing for me. This Spider-Man comes with web hands. This Spider-Man comes with crawling hands. This Spider-Man comes with punching hands. This Spider-Man comes with gripping hands. And this Spider-Man comes with the web effect. These web effects are kind of trash. I mean, I kind of get the idea. If you're talking about this, where he's swinging, I can get the idea. That makes sense to me. But, like, it never really feels like he's shooting a web. Like, you can kind of get the hand in here like this and then do something like that. But when you do that, like, it never feels right. These also twist very easily, and they don't really hold their shape. You see, that's a problem. I think the web effects, for the most part, are trash. And I've thought that since the early web effects. I really think they need to find a way to do these web effects that are just good, and I don't think that they've actually done that yet. The coolest thing about having this Spider-Man is this here. I love how different these two are. Like, I really do. I think that this is absolutely fantastic. I think that if we were to do this right here, we put the leg out, we move this one down, have him look up, change his hand here. I love this right here. This is one of the reasons I really want this, is because this effect is perfect to me. I love the idea that this looks like a younger Spider-Man. Like, he works. This is exactly what I need him to be as a younger Spider-Man. This Spider-Man grows into a bigger, older man. Like, it really does work for me. I think that it's very, very, very good. Because you gotta figure, if Spider-Man has been doing this his whole freaking life, there's no way he stays that small. There's no way. I've argued this before. I think that Spider-Man needs to get bigger and have more muscle definition as he gets older. To me, Spider-Man starts as a smaller, lanky character. He's a kid. He's 15. And he's not an athletic kid. He gets spider powers that allow him to lift 50 times his own body weight. He's given extreme strength, massive agility, incredible endurance, fantastic dexterity. But that's all in the body of a lanky, nerdy kid. Now, over the years, he fights Sandman. He fights Goblin. He web swings everywhere. He's constantly on the verge of exhaustion. He's punching, he's kicking, he's flailing, he's jumping, swinging, climbing. These are all massive cardiovascular and resistance training effects on his body. He is in a constant state of development. So, by the time he gets to this point, he should be older. He should have a lot more muscle definition. He should be bigger. His costume should have changed over time to deal with that. Where here, he should be smaller. He is smaller. He is younger. I think that these figures do very well at depicting exactly that. You can see a progression of time in these two figures. This is the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. That is my preferred Spider-Man of the entire line that they have released so far. And Amazing Fantasy is arguably the very first Spider-Man. But I'm almost 100% sure he's supposed to have that blue spider on the back. Does it matter that much? No. But, either way, Spider-Man added to the shelf. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man added to the shelf. Fantastic. One left to go.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.